everyone, my name is Alyssa Gagan from Surefire Social Contractor and Small Business Marketing. And this short video tutorial on the Hootsuite social networking platform is geared toward our current customers who are currently using social media as an integral part of their social or online marketing strategy, as well as those of you who are not a part of our system but would like to find out a way to integrate and organize the updates and information revolved around your online social media networks for your business. So this is the Hootsuite platform. You can find it at www.hootsuite.com. And Hootsuite is a social media dashboard for collaboration and scheduling updates to all of your social media networks. Now, Hootsuite's really easy to configure. When signing into Hootsuite, you're required to give an active email, password, and username to activate your account. Hootsuite now has a paid version of their service as well as a free version. The free version gives you a maximum of 5 social networks, and the pro version is, as you see here, $5.99 a month, and it offers the unlimited information that the free version doesn't have. At Surefire Social, we think the free version is just as good as the paid version, and we don't really recommend that people need to pay for Hootsuite to get the maximum benefit out of it. So it's really something that is up to your business and what you're planning on using Hootsuite for and how many social networks you're considering managing on this platform. Now, once you have created your username and password, there's no need to do an email confirmation. You're just ready to start using. So type in your email and your password and sign into the network. Now, after you log into Hootsuite, you're taken to the home dashboard, which is what you see right here. This is where you and your staff can manage all of your social networks from one location. By clicking on the owl in the upper left-hand corner right here, you are able to view all the settings and preferences you have within your Hootsuite platform. Now, when you scroll down and hover over settings, you see that Hootsuite allows you to customize your platform to fulfill the different needs of your business. By clicking on the settings portion, you see that you can add multiple social networks to your Hootsuite platform by clicking on Add Social Network right here. By adding a social network, you're going to use the little widgets here and connect them to your already logged in profiles for Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Ping FM, WordPress, MySpace, and Foursquare. You can add as many of these accounts, as many Twitter accounts, Facebook accounts, etc. as needed, but just keep in mind that the free version only gives you 5 and the paid $5.99 version gives you as many as you want. So if you are using the free version, be sure that you're putting your most important networks up there if you have more than 5. Another great feature about Hootsuite is that it has a collaboration option where businesses can add members of their team and staff to specific social networks and assign them to updates and mentions of that account. It's a great way to kind of collaborate using social media, but also keeping organized and knowing who is sending updates to where and who is responsible for what networks. After you add all of your social networks and assign accounts to your team members, you're going to want to customize your dashboard. And as you remember, this is your home dashboard. What we have here are tabs and streams, and you're going to want to customize and organize these to fit the needs of your business. Now, each social network has its own tab, which you can see here. Each of the accounts on these tabs can have their title edited by just clicking once, and you see it highlights and you can fill in. It only allows you to do a certain amount of characters, so be mindful of that. But it's really important that you add different, you customize these tabs to organize the information as well as make it easier for your team members to identify what networks are assigned to who and what networks correspond to what places, whether they're business or personal, etc. In each of these tabs, you're allowed to move them like this. You just drag and move, and you can put them wherever you want to customize them. As you see, I just moved that over here. Each of these tabs can be erased by clicking on the X. And another feature that Hootsuite has is you can add streams to each of your tabs. Now, each tab is for each different network. You can choose to add a stream. For Twitter, you have many more options than you do for Facebook, but Hootsuite is constantly making updates, so in the near future they should have more options for Facebook streams and LinkedIn streams, and similar to the ones they do for Twitter. As you see here, you can create different streams according to which account you're looking for, whether you're looking for mentions, direct messages, sent tweets, retweets. Hootsuite provides all that information to you. By clicking on one of these networks here, under your Twitter account, these are all Twitter networks, so I can decide what streams I want to add into each of these tabs. They're yours to customize and yours to kind of organize to see what best fits your needs. Hootsuite's tab streams also allow you to monitor keywords that pertain to your industry or target audience. Within one of the social media networks, you can receive updates on mentions of these certain keywords. You can do this by simply going to Add Stream, as we had I just showed you, and click on Keyword. You can enter primary keywords for your industry or competitors and see what type of information is going on within the Twitter or another social media platform that people are mentioning about this particular keyword. It can keep you updated on information within the social media community and also give you an idea of what's going on within your niche around the internet. So that's another great tool for all businesses to utilize. Now, when you're ready to send out an update on Hootsuite to your social networks, put your cursor in this top left box. As you see, it says Compose Message. Once your cursor is blinking, you have the ability to type as much information as you want, but keep in mind that all Twitter updates must be 140 characters or below. As you see right here, it says 140. If you're just posting to Facebook, you can do up to 250 characters, I believe. But this Hootsuite will let you know by giving you a red T down in the corner where the 140 is, about right here, where I just clicked, telling you how many characters you've either gone over or how many characters you have left when referenced to your 140 Twitter character count. So it's always important to keep mind of that and how much information you're actually typing. The Hootsuite dashboard has the ability to, after you compose your message, you can upload an image or file, save your message as a draft for later use. You can also share links by copying and pasting the appropriate link into this field right here if you're referencing a certain website or certain location of a message that you want to share with people in your network. After you click and paste your link in this area right here, make sure your message is composed. You're going to want to choose a link shortener. Now, URL shortener is similar to anything like Bitly or a lot of online tools that shorten your URLs for more organization and so that you're under the character limit. People don't want to look at really long URLs, so these devices are really good for that. What Hootsuite offers now is two different link shorteners. You can use Owly, OW.ly, which is what your link will look like with a couple extra numbers and letters in it, or you can use the new HT.ly, which is another URL shortener. The difference between these two is that Owly is a very lightweight shortener that offers click-through stats and location stats on people who are clicking on your messages, while the Hitly HT.ly URL shorteners gives your followers the benefits of sharing their messages across social media networks by putting a toolbar at the top of the browser when they click on that specific link. I advise for most small businesses starting out using Hootsuite to use the Owly link shortener and gradually play with the Hitly one and see if it works for your business. Some people find it annoying to have a Hootsuite bar on the top of their web page. Some people like it because they can share information across multiple networks. So it's really your choice and whatever is working best for your customers. Once your message is composed and your link is shortened by whatever URL shortener you decide to use, Hootsuite gives you the ability to either send now by clicking here, which means your update will be sent in live real time, or to schedule an update by clicking on this calendar. You can schedule either time or date of AM or PM of when you want your message to go out. The difference will change here when it says schedule or send out. You will know that you either send now. You'll either have a schedule if your message is being scheduled for further update, or you're sending it right now by just sending now, and it'll be sent out to your networks. After all this is done, you're going to want to choose a network to send this information to. Now, where my cursor is, you can hover over each of your networks. They have little icons. As you see, here's an N for LinkedIn, a P for Ping FM, a Facebook page flag, a personal Facebook page, and 4 Twitter accounts. You can select all to check them all off, or you can select none. You can select 2, or you can select 4. It's totally up to you. But just keep in mind that if you are using Twitter, to keep within that 140 character amount. Sometimes if you send an update to Twitter and Facebook, I like to stay within that 140 character amount just to make it easier for both networks. And plus, you can get a lot more SEO value out of sending Twitter updates with hashtags to your Facebook messages. So it's also not a bad thing to do, to send it out to the same message to 2 different networks. After your message is sent, for those of you who schedule them, what I recommend when we tell our Surefire Social clients is to create a scheduled updates tab with each of the pending status update streams of each of your networks. This way you're able to see what information you have going out to what networks and make sure you're not duplicating information or sending things back to back. Especially if you have a collaboration and different people are assigned to different networks, you want to ensure that you're not sending the same link to one network that another person is sending to another. So make sure you put this tab in there and the appropriate stream so that you can check on your scheduled updates. As I mentioned before, with the URL shortening ability that Hootsuite has, you're able to check on statistics of each of your tweets and different updates to your social networks. By clicking on stats, you can view different areas, individual messages, different locations, the popularity and view stats of different messages you sent out to people. How many people have clicked on things, and what type of information you need to provide to people based on the popularity of its click-through rate. If people aren't clicking on things, it's probably not something they're interested in. And if they are, it's something that you should be supplying more of to get people into your network. So this is the Hootsuite dashboard as a whole. If you have any questions on Hootsuite or are interested in hearing our social media networking packages for your small business, please email us at info@surefiresocial.com. And thanks so much for joining me, and happy marketing.